Tariq knew he wasn't supposed to take it personally. That's what his mother always told him. America isn't built for people like us, but you don't let it get to you. He wished it was that simple. Born in the Bronx but raised on the edge of Miami's Little Haiti, Tariq had spent his whole life being a question no one wanted to answer. His father, a Haitian immigrant, had once believed that working 2 jobs and keeping his head down would carve out a future for his family. His mother, who had come from Jamaica at 16, believed in something even stronger: resilience. "You gotta learn how to shift with the current," she told him when he was young. "Don't fight it, just move." But at 24, shifting with the current was harder than she made it sound. He had a degree in business administration that meant nothing without connections. He had bills stacked on his dresser, a brother who never returned his calls, and a father who saw him as nothing more than a walking disappointment. So when Tariq lost his 3rd job in 6 months this time, at a tech startup where he was the only black guy in the office, he knew exactly how the conversation with his father would go. "You get fired again?" His father's accent thickened whenever he was angry. "Why?" "Downsizing." His father made a sound deep in his throat. "Why you always on the losing side of things, boy?" Tariq had no answer. Without a job and with no savings left, he did what he swore he never would. He called his brother Malik. "You sound desperate," Malik said instead of hello. Tariq exhaled. "Yeah, I guess I am." A pause. "I got some work for you. It ain't legal, but it's money." Tariq ran his hand over his face. He should say no. But hunger had a way of making choices for you. "When can we meet?" he asked. Malik laughed. "That's more like it. Meet me tomorrow. I'll show you the ropes." For the first time in months, Tariq felt like he was finally moving. He just didn't know if it was forward or backward. The next day, Malik picked Tariq up in a beat-up Honda with tinted windows and an engine that rumbled like a stomach waiting for a meal. "You nervous?" Malik asked, his gold chain flashing under the streetlights. Tariq shook his head. "Should I be?" Malik smirked. "Nah, just keep your head straight and don't ask questions." They drove in silence for a while, past blocks of boarded-up shops, neon-lit convenience stores, and makeshift churches where people still believed prayer could fix things. Tariq wanted to believe that too. Finally, Malik pulled into a parking lot behind a strip mall. A man in a hoodie was already waiting. "Come on," Malik said, stepping out. Tariq followed, his stomach twisting. The man handed Malik a small duffel bag. Malik unzipped it just enough for Tariq to see the stacks of cash inside. "This is how it works," Malik said, tossing Tariq a prepaid phone. "You take calls, make drops. No questions, no extra moves. Just point A to point B." Tariq exhaled, gripping the phone. His whole life, he'd done what was right, worked hard, followed the rules, and where had it gotten him? Back to square one. Maybe it was time to shift with the current. For weeks, the job felt easy. A call, a location, an exchange. No one asked his name. No one cared where he came from. And for the first time, money wasn't a problem. But things like this never last. One night, after making a drop, he noticed a black sedan in his rearview mirror. It stayed with him through 3 turns. His heart pounded. He wasn't stupid, he knew the signs. He dialed Malik. "I think I'm being followed." A pause. Then Malik's voice, sharp and low. "Lose them." Tariq swerved into a side street, cutting his lights. The sedan kept going. His hands trembled on the wheel. This wasn't a life he wanted. He thought of his father, of his mother's warning. Don't fight the current, just move. But what if the current was pulling him under? The next day, he packed his bags. He didn't tell Malik. He didn't tell anyone. He just left, heading north with nothing but a duffel of cash and the hope that somewhere, anywhere, he could start over. Maybe survival wasn't about shifting with the current. Maybe it was about knowing when to swim for shore.